Look what I just did. I was like, oh, I'm going to make a video. And then I was like, I don't want to because my hands look like I'm 80. This is my, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. See this little piece right here? Look what I just did. I accidentally dropped one of my deck boxes and broke a piece off, and I have kept this piece. This is one of my very first pieces. And I have kept this piece and I just broke it. So anyway, I haven't made a YouTube video in forever. And that's not a well anyway moment, but I just pulled out all this stuff just to kind of show everybody what I've been doing. And I'm going to do a more categorized like deck thing on my decks, what I've really been working with lately, because I start my classes with the Moon Mother Sunday and I can't wait, and I'm almost done with my herb classes, which is going on 18 months now. So anyway, these are just decks I've been using lately, and when I say using, I mean teaching my 9 and 15-year-old, and of course my older kids too, but they're just playing cards, right? And I showed this deck a while ago, but I got a new one. And they're just playing cards, but I'm really trying to make people look up more. And when I say trying to make, I just throw it in your face until you eventually are like, okay, what is that? So anyway, this is called the Night Sky. I love this deck. So say we're playing war or something with my children or whatever, and whoever has the last card has to give me a whole little summary, or at least know the constellation, or if we're working with flowers, etc., etc. You'll see how many decks like this I have. So anyway, this is more like a learning tool of things that I think matter in this existence, in this incarnation. And then it comes with this, a field guide to the constellations. And I died when I found out it had a book, because I didn't even know this till like 2 months ago. Let me just give you an example. So it talks about stargazing is accessible for everyone, and you can focus on one constellation at a time. It shows like the hearts represent spring, spades represent summer, etc., etc. It shows how to use this book. Here, I don't know if you can see because my lighting, but here's a little map. And then it shows like where you're at. So it will say if you're in the northern hemisphere, this is what constellation is easiest to be seen. And then it will show you like a starting point. Let me see. Anyway, you can do it yourself if you want to do it. But anyways, what I've been going through with my 9-year-old. And you'd be amazed what repetition does. Like and I got a pair of binoculars. They're 7x50s. And I love them. Anyway, it says, so this is just what I've been doing in my spare time. So this is Night Sky. And here's the playing card deck. And it just comes in little actual playing card boxes. And they're like $5. I also have amazing sights of the night sky. A guided tour for beginners. And this is just like Jupiter and Saturn. These gas giants rule the outer solar system. Both are visible through at least part of each year. Jupiter is often bright. It just goes through everything. Deep sky objects, different ways to observe, naked eye observing tips, what can I see tonight. Then it goes through each of the planets. I just love this stuff. I mean, like, if I'm going to go through extensively because I have like at least 20 or 30 books. I study with just herbs, with the trees. I want to be able to communicate with my surroundings. And to me, that's the plants and the trees. And this also comes with a playing card deck. Comes in the same the box. And that's how I even knew it had a book. I didn't even know this deck had a book, and I've had this deck for like 4 months. And then these are like this. Hold on, let's fix this lighting. Because I don't even know if you can see with my light bulb like this. Is it better here? So it shows like Earth as seen from Mars. Well, you know, we're not going to get into all that in this video, but which I just shared a post from Santos Bonacci talking about this big solar eclipse and how it makes perfect sense to me. But that's on my Facebook, and you can go there. But anyway, overall, a gist of what's in the sky, the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters. I just feel like 95% Like, this is just amazing. And if you have a pair of binoculars, 7x50, mine were $50 at Walmart, but I got them on Walmart.com. And then say my kids lose at war, and my son got the moon and its surfaces. So then he'd go to my moon books, because I have like 2 amazing moon books. So anyway, that's amazing sights of the night sky. Continue on. This is going to be mainly a video just kind of what I'm doing right now, the different books I'm reading, and the playing card decks with the books, because I'm going to go through extensively, like my decks. I have to introduce them because they are amazing. I have these that I fell in love with at my herb class. They're eyewitness handbooks. This one is Wildflowers. Okay, the visual guide to more than 500 species. Look at this. Like, this book, I don't know who I was in one of my incarnations, but like this kind of stuff. And I know the stuff I have in my household is lifetimes worth of stuff. And it's not probably even for me, which I know is mostly for my children and my grandchildren. But this book, I was dying. And I just go through. Sometimes I have to reread things. Look at this. Petals fused or partly fused. You have to understand I'm doing flower essences now. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Like, I have just been having the best time ever. So this is Wildflowers. Where's the deck? I hope I didn't confuse it. Can you see it? Is it upside down? Is this my tree deck? Oh, wrong deck. Hold on. That's my trees. Herbs. Where did I put my wildflower deck? Is this it? Okay, we found it. Okay. But anyway, it's still a little deck. And it comes like this. And then it's just like I told you, this is all educational for my children and myself. I want to be able to communicate. But I have to get familiar with it first. And that other book is just, like, say I just randomly pick a card, Wild Pansy. Then I would go to my book I just showed you and all my other books and reference. And then I have like 13 flower decks. Like, I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, this is another deck we've been using. Not really using that much, as you see. But I do skim through it. Skull Cap. So anyway, that's the Wildflowers. Let me not work. I have to keep my stuff organized. Here's another deck. I told you I fell in love with this stuff. Rocks and Minerals. And then it's the same kind of book. Whoa, I don't want to catch anything on fire. And then it just goes through everything. Like, I mean, these books are amazing. Home equipment. It shows like everything. Then it gets in. It shows how it breaks down the chart. It shows how to organize your collection. How this book works. And then it shows every little. Shows it in every form. Like, I just love this stuff. I think my camera's too close. Am I too close? So anyway, you get the picture of what I'm doing here. And they're big books. They're nice size. And all mine are used. Just a little sage or Florida water and they're good to go. And then with my Rocks and Minerals, here's the deck. Here's the little box. And then same kind of thing. I just love this. And then, you know, I have Judy Hall Bibles 1, 2, and 3. And then Encyclopedia. And I have her deck. And I have like 2 other crystal decks. And then 3 crystal tarots. Look at this. But I feel like this is the easiest way for my 9-year-old because he loves like playing cards and building card houses. Look at this though. Who would have ever thought this existed? I haven't seen any videos like this. So there's my Rocks and Minerals. have, now this is what I'm loving right now. I wanted the, I got the Celtic, what is that over there? Hold on, let me get it. I got this deck because I just love the deck. Well, I love the deck and I love the book, but I just did not, like, I even put it back in the thing because I was going to return it. I didn't even know if I could or couldn't do it, but let me just take it off because I'm not. I just don't, I mean, I like it, but I want to see the tree with the leaf. I just didn't. Anyway, I love the book. Sometimes it's worth it because, as you know, I love to read now. But this book, like, oh my God, I just love this book. Just for this little information right here. And the keywords are amazing because I got, let me show you. I don't need this video all long because I need to upload it. But I'm back. I missed y'all. I keep hitting my camera. I'm sorry. I don't have a tripod. I have a tripod, but it's not. It's like rigged up. This deck right here, I love. I didn't even know. I don't need to do this video right now. I'm going to show you. I didn't even know this deck is the exact same illustrator or author. I can't remember which one. Mickey Mueller. Of, what do I have over there? The Wisdom. I'll just show you. This is the back. I love this deck. Like this deck. I don't know if you can see it. Growth, beginnings. Whoa, like this deck speaks to me. I'm not saying the other deck isn't working because I like the book. And the book to this deck is amazing. Okay, so hold on, let me show you the other deck, why I like this one so much. I'm running back and forth. I'm going to make a big mess in here. I have, whoa, these. The Traveler's Guide to the Well-Worn Path. Oh, what fell? And The Seeker's Guide to the Hidden Path. See, Mickey Mueller. I didn't even know that she made the voice of the trees. And here's those decks. Let's see. God, my hands look so old. But anyway, I keep them in here. You can put, they have the same backs, even though they were 10-year apart decks, but I keep them separate. Which I just confused, and now I have to redo the books because I don't know the order. We'll go through that later. In fact, I'll make a video about that. Then I have herbs. Let me move the trees. You guys, if you could see this mess I'm making right now, this is not going to be good. Herbs. This is the book what started off everything to get me into these books. And look at this. Because I'm in herb classes, which I'll make a whole video about that separately. So this is the book. Look at this. It's like, and once again, it's thick. In the whole book, it's like, I don't know if you can see how good the pictures are. And then when you, like me, I've been mixing up stuff. Like I'll make little tinctures. This one was for headache and liver. This one I mixed with honey. I make tinctures too with alcohol. Like this is just elder. I need to put those back in the refrigerator. That's just elder and honey. These are tinctures that I let sit. This one has been sitting since February 5th. And I do this and just make different things. And these are just soaked in oil. But that's why I really became interested in herbs. Whoa. And here's, of course, the deck. Remember, these are educational tools for my son and for myself. and for my older kids. But look at this. And that's what it looks like. Like, seriously. How do I know? Because I have the books to compare it to and see it from different views. Lemon balm. If you have herpes, drink this. You'll be cured. Oh, we can't use that word, but like, seriously right now. I hope you guys can see this. But isn't this so cute? And this is my herb. Just comes in little boxes. Then we have, I keep going in and out. I'll just show you a few more because I got so many. Butterflies and moths. Why did I hit a butterfly? I was going down, my daughter's going back to school on the 22nd. Don't get me started. But she's going back to school, and I was driving, like, going 75 miles an hour. What was I on? 44, or I might have been still on, I don't know where I was at. I was like 30 minutes coming back towards home. Why did this big butterfly, I swear to God it was just like this size, but it was all black with a little bit of yellow. Matter of fact, I need to find it. Why did I hit it? Yeah, I hit a butterfly. And then I pulled over. There were semis and everything, and I pulled over on the side of the road. I'm going to look for it tonight. I pulled over on the side of the road, and I got out the car, and the freaking butterfly was in the fender, or whatever it is, the grill. And then here's the deck. Oops, sorry you guys, I keep hitting you. And the butterfly was in the deck. So my daughter took a straw and like hit the wing to get it out, and the butterfly had like a hole in its wing. Don't get me started. When I say I was crying for like 45 minutes, it was terrible. Then when we got the butterfly on the ground, it wasn't dead, right? But I knew it was suffering. So we got the butterfly on the ground, and then this cricket like comes out of nowhere and jumps on my arm, and then like lands like 2 feet from where the butterfly was. I didn't know crickets ate butterflies. Literally, crickets eat butterflies and everything else. But I didn't know that at the time. So I saw the butterfly was suffering, so I just wanted my son to just like step on it, like quickly. And so he went and stepped on it, and I'm screaming and crying. And I knew that it was just it was a sign from the universe putting back like a mirror image of what I was putting out that day, because I was vicious all day. And I suffered tremendously from that. Anyway, I'll just show you some more books because this is getting long. I got perennials. I got so much garden stuff, it's not even funny. I just want to be familiar with it, like feverfew. It's all around. It's right out my front door. But anyway, I don't even want to cry. Look how pretty these pictures are, though. Like, seriously, wait till I show you my flower decks, which I'm sure some people have. I got decks that are blowing my mind, that my ear was ringing when I saw it. And I've never seen anybody with the deck, but I'll show it to you in the next video. Anyway, so my son finally stepped on it because I just wanted to put it out as misery. And then he covered it up, and then anyway, it was terrible. But those was my decks. But anyway, these are amazing. And then I have annuals and biannuals. I just want to know all this stuff. Yada, yada, yada. You guys get the picture by now. And then I do overdo stuff, you guys. Aquarium fish. Oh, I got to show you my fish. I have a freaking betta fish that my daughter got me. They came in a little miserable bowl. Betta fish do not like to be in little round bowls for anybody that has a betta fish. And they do like tropical water. So we can go ahead and buy little heaters. Mine's in a 10-gallon now, and he just thinks he's a dog. Like, right when I even come close, it goes back and forth like a dog. And this is aquarium fish. Whoops, oh my gosh, I'm going to knock it down before the day's over. Here's rock garden plants. Anyway, you're getting the theme here, what I've been doing. And books I've been reading. I'm going to go through like decks and stuff and everything else I've been doing. But what I'm reading right now, and don't get thrown off by the title, okay? Because just like if I was going to claim a title, that's just like if Wiccan, Druidy, what is it? The Celtic, whatever that stuff is. I don't even know the word, and I just got the book. Or like fairy Wiccan, that's just under the umbrella of all this stuff, right? And how I see it is calling myself a green witch or a Wiccan or any of these things are just labels or illusions, just like living in the Matrix. So it's just another mask. And I'm just not with any of that. I'm just with being. That's my name, Just Being Jada. I need to change my YouTube channel. But anyway, this is Wiccan magic. And it's more because I like literally use, and don't get me wrong when I say candles, I do that more because if I do a money spell or something that I'm just using, and I do it with the intention, because everything I do is to benefit others. I'm not doing like money spells to get a Ferrari. And when I do like anything like that, it like comes back tenfold. And then if I am burning like a little 4-inch green candle, or I see that candle, or I'm doing a 7-day spell or something, and I'm just using that word just so you can understand what I'm even saying. But if I'm doing a 7-day spell or something, that's just because it keeps my mind focused or on what I'm manifesting at that moment. And anybody can manifest. The green candle has nothing to do with it. It's about me putting my energy towards it. And every time I see that candle, it reminds me of, oh yeah, don't forget, you know, out of sight, out of mind, right? But anyway, this book is amazing. It's showing me all these things. A call to nature. Magic is natural. It is a harmonious movement and energies to create needed change. If you wish to practice magic, all thoughts of it being paranormal or supernatural must be forgotten. Then it goes into the deep roots, the modern Wiccan, all these things. It did go into the deities with the Lord and the Lordess, or the Lady, which is the triple goddess, the moon. Then it goes into the seasons and the 4 elements, or really 5 if you count spirit. It goes into the sabbats. This is just a really good book if you want to understand the words that some people are using. So I know a Truth and Story Kelly is doing the, and it goes in the, what is this? The S-spots. Each, well, the Moon Mother just made a video a couple days ago. And she says not only the full moons, like this book shows, and the 8 holidays, or what I just showed you, Lamaze, Mabon, which is coming up next. It talks also about the new moon, which I deal with the new moon. Obviously, you saw I did vision boards, and I didn't even know what I was doing. But anyway, this is one book I'm reading. This is really, oh, let me just give you an example, since I'm all about the herbs and crystals. So say you have basil, because everybody has basil in the house, right? The parts used to this would be the essential oil or leaves. It's associated with fire, the element. Magical uses, calming, fidelity, good luck, love, purification. Then it says blends well with lemon and rosemary to relieve anxiety. Peppermint oil to spray into shoes for an energy boost. I mean, then it goes into applications. I just love this and what crystals you can use with this. It's just a guide to herbs, oils, and crystals. So I've been reading through this. I got this book because I'm all about the Fairy Wiccan book 1 and book 2. I died. Who showed me that book? I think Psychic Bob. But anyway, this is the Gaia tradition. If you know me and you know my website and know the stuff I'm doing, my website now is Real Simple Earth. Everything I'm really doing is under that category, whether it's herbs, crystals, astrology, astrotheology, anatomy, because we are one with the earth. Even if you're talking out of the Bible, what was the Bible? The Bible, because the Bible is a code of maps to me. And what does it say? We came from the dirt, and then spirit breathed breath into our nostrils. Well, what is dirt? Mother Earth. Just leave it at that. Let's not really break it down because you don't even really want to know what I've been doing. But anyway, this is the Gaia tradition and celebrating the earth and her seasons. Just the first 40 pages, I died. Like, that's the wheel I was talking about. But I learned this wheel different. I learned this wheel with the solstice being down here because Santos is the one that really, Santos Bonacci is the one that really first opened this door for me. And I love dearly. I love me some Santos. And I guess I'll just finish. This is sitting on these. I also got the gemstones. I mean, you already know how to use this. Like, these books And then it goes through, you see. And these are they're all different sizes. If you guys could see this mess. And mushrooms, the ones that aren't poisonous, will build antibodies in your system. We all need that. And this one's thick. That's just how many, this is only 500 mushrooms. So you're getting the gist of what I've been doing over the last months. But I'm almost done with my herb classes. And I'm going to show you guys. Well, I say almost done, but it's like continuing education. It's never done. It's so much information. And then birds of the world. And this is a biggie. I just want to know my surroundings. This is the kind of stuff that matters to me. Oh, guess what? Coming from the beach. Oh, I have so many stories to tell y'all. But coming from the beach, my son was like, oh, there's a peacock. So I was like, oh, let's go try to find a feather. Because feathers just find me now, like, all the time. So I went over there, and why the freak? It was like 15 male peacocks, a few female peacocks, and there was this white albino peacock, right? And all the males, of course, were following the albino one. Then I just went back, not even 3 weeks ago. Why did one of the peacocks have a baby, and the baby is identical to the mom peacock with the little feathers and everything? But anyway, this is another one. This is the birds of the world. This is what really caught my mind. The Genesis 6 conspiracy. Gary Wayne is one of my Facebook friends. And he messages me on inbox. But he doesn't do like... Okay, you see how big this book is. He doesn't do like study groups or stuff like that. And that just kind of bothered me, but I still love him and I love this book. But this book is so intense. Like, oh my God. This is just over Genesis 6. This much information. And he's writing another book right now. And this is, how many pages is this? This is 680 some pages. I've been going back and forth with this. In the Flower of Life with, let me show you one last thing. Well, no, 2. No, 3. This, whoa. I love this deck. Okay, I can pull this deck, and I don't have to even, I can just shuffle and still pull cards for my daughter. Excuse me, my daughter and my son. And they're like perfect every single time. I put it back in order now because I'm working with it. Okay. I love this deck. I can just spell out my son's name, H-O-W-A-R-D, and a card will just flip out, and then it's just for him. But I love this deck. I can't wait to go through all my decks. You guys are going to die. Like, I got some amazing stuff. None of me. All the Spirit of Truth. So, the only reason I showed you this deck, even though I've been going back and forth with, are our chakras already programmed apps that come with our meat suit? When I say meat suit, I mean this human body. This 666 body, 6 protons, 6 protons spin this way, 6 neutrons spin this way, and then has the electron in the middle. That's 666. That's this carbon body we're in. So I started thinking, like, are our chakras already programmed apps that come with the body? Because when I get my new phone, I don't want programmed apps. I want it reset and I want to make my own apps. But I know chakras and color and all this is important. And then I started looking at the void and dark energy. And when I say dark, I don't mean evil. That's a different kind of energy. I'm saying dark energy, like what our universe is made out of. And anyway, that's a whole nother video. But this is what I've been working with. This book is amazing. And it's a gentle nudge of trying to get me in some kind of discipline. But it's something I want to do. And it's a 52-week journey of the self-discovery with the, with the Lost Fables. I can't break anything else over here. My crystal, I'm just dying. But anyway, this is what I've been doing. Just a sneak peek, because I have been doing so much. Let me show you one more thing since it's right here. Oh, look what I just got not that long ago. I stopped working with the archangels because I went through this whole angel thing. And I wanted to know what angels I was working with. And I don't want to just call on anything, but this is Michael and Raphael and Gabriel. I wasn't even working with Michael until I just pulled my card again. And I kind of like put all the archangels on back burners. But I always respect and honor my ancestors. And yada, yada, yada. And they're just the sigil of each angel. Oh my God, it's 30 minutes already. And this last thing, because I got the fairy enchantment about a month and a half ago. And I just got into this rooms. And this is a little kit I had. But I don't keep it for that. I keep it because it breaks down. What is rune casting? The history of the runes. What you need for rune casting. And then it goes through each one. Because when I do full moon, I usually write sigils. Or I'll write like the sigil of gratitude and put that under my water. So anyway, it goes through like this. And it's helping me just to kind of get familiar with it because I haven't really delved into the rooms. But I got this, and so this is just what it is. I know a inch deep worth a mile worth of stuff. And everyone tells me I have to get like my feet wet into one thing, but I haven't gotten led to one thing. I like crystals. I like color. They have vibration. All the stuff I'm saying has vibration and has consciousness. Crystals, plants. I want to know what herbs I'm using. Does it come from a plant, a tree, a root, the leaf? I need to know these things. That's important to me. I miss you guys so much. I'll give you an update where we can actually like look at each other. I might take y'all to the beach with me tomorrow. So I don't recommend this kit. But this little book, like I told you, I'll keep a deck just because the book. The only deck that I don't, out of all my decks, was this. The book's amazing. This is the only deck that I was like, oh my God, can I take it back? I even put it in the plastic. And what else did I want to show you? Oh, I got so much stuff, but we'll just stop it at this because it's already 30 minutes. I might even show you one of my little spells I did. I just got this too. Well, I didn't just get it, but I'm just now like this deck. I'll do a walkthrough. I gifted this deck to somebody, but I had to reorder it for myself. But this and this. Anyway, let me go. But I will definitely be... Look at my unicorn. I cannot believe I broke this. I cannot believe I broke this beauty. Here's one of my dream pouches. I made this on the full moon with all my children. It has mugwort, diamina, jasmine flower, dried jasmine flowers, moonstone, amethyst, because now, what else do I have in here? And jade. I'll show you how I made this. I put this under my pillow, and you hold it in your hand, because remember, it's all about the intent. And the colors, I picked the color silver, which I didn't pick. The spirit let me write to it. This thing, the first night I did it, I couldn't even believe how exhausted I was from my dream. Second night, I literally woke up like I had a hangover. I was that, like, this crap. And the dream was so weird. And it was like I was somewhere, but I was with two other people, and the presence could sense me. And things were like walking around and crawling, like creepy crawly things, but they couldn't see with the dual eyes. They could just see by, like, you know how you can see by taste? Or they could just sense like a snake. And anyway, it was crazy. And then, like, they were throwing our souls, and they threw the first two people that I was with first, and like threw their souls like in different directions in this big field thing. I'm feeling like that's what it was. And I'm talking about, this is amazing. And I know this guy, and he's a voodoo priest. And he's already, I opened up to him for like 2 hours, and I let him in. And he saw all like the ancestors. And he said it really looked like literally 25 to 50 uncles or brothers on the other side that will like spiritually jump somebody if they get too close to me. And they're not for my good, which is true. Some people call those spiritual boyfriends. And they don't let anybody, like, close. And that's, like, how my life's been. But anyway, he was in it. But he was, like, trying to get away from me. But I was just playing it cool, like, yeah, okay. But he really wasn't in it. But I saw him in it. And then, but this main thing was, and then it threw my soul. And then, like, me and the other two, reconnected. Anyway, these You can't just play with stuff like this if you're not ready. Because we can't know good if we don't know bad. We can't know light if we don't know what dark is. And when I say dark energy, I'm not always just speaking evil. Evil energy is different to me than dark. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in. I will be back for sure. Look at this. Okay, bye, y'all.